Hello everyone, welcome to the WPF Deoxys half season in review. We are going to go over the standings, the rosters, and the kill leaders. And we're going to finish off with some replays. I am not alone today, I'm joined by Lanta.
Howdy, howdy. My name is Lantern. You might have heard of me. Just heard a tiny inkling. If not, that's fine. You'll become very familiar with me again.
Alright, so first off, we're going to go to the rosters. Alright, and here we have the Psycho Boost coaches. Techno, let me actually go to the Techno, Black, Kyle, Peyton, Dr. Geo, Gorx, Ketcherin, Back, Zon, Psycho Sage, Blind Beagle is a new add-in.
Yeah, I think they just replaced someone. I don't think they've actually played any games yet.
Yeah, not yet. They've
also, apologies in advance if my voice is very loud.
It's fine. I've turned your mic down on OBS.
I know, but I'm apologizing to them.
I know, and I'm explaining that it should be that. Anyway, we have. We've seen changes in Kyle's team, right? He's dropped the Terra Blaziken for Terra Mew and Hisuian Arcanine.
I personally do not think that Kyle gave Blaziken enough of a chance. Now, to be fair, this is coming from a guy who is like 1-4 with Blaziken right now.
Yeah,
but, it's. No, wait. I think it's 3-4 actually after my most recent week.
Well, that's not on the doc yet, is it? So.
It is.
It's on the doc.
I haven't played my week 5 yet.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Is there anything else you should point out about the teams?
I think the teams themselves. I think Sage obviously has the most interesting team of the bunch, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah, Terra's a rude and Sandy Shocks.
Honestly, just because she's Sage and she's the GOAT, like. But also, her team just really stands out. Like, you got a round 1 Greninja first off. It's not Terra anymore, so she's pulling a me. Terra's a rude, very fun Pokemon.
Yeah, I've used
Terra
that
Sandy Shocks, which is a rather unusual choice. I don't think that went in any of the other divisions. Sandy Shocks went, but definitely not as a Terra captain.
Yeah. Man, I think the only other interesting team is
Metagross and Clefable are like also just like typical stuff, and then Blastoise is honestly, in my opinion, an underrated like mid-tier removal Pokemon this generation. Like I think a lot of people are not giving it enough credit for like just everything that it can do. Like, it's very flexible. It can run like bulky water, pivot roll with like flip turn haze.
Yeah.
Rapid spin, as I mentioned before. It can also run offensive sweeper mode. Shell Smash Blastoise can be very scary unless the opponents are packing a mirror, which I swear mirror was everywhere this generation.
Well, yeah, because the one way to stop a sweep is by copying this. Not the one way, but it's now a much more convenient way to stop a sweep.
Yes. Just sweep them before they sweep you.
Yeah,
that's enough from what I've heard.
Yeah, we were Terra and Amorous here. I think actually we don't really have to go into much detail about the teams other than the changes. I guess.
Yeah, I think we might swap. Honestly, I think we're probably gonna swap back and forth between like the teams and the actual coaches as well.
Yeah. But I think it's more better to like talk about the changes. Yeah, we can go into attack.
Actually, yeah, probably talking about the changes. Like, I know Sage had Terra Gren.
Yeah.
And at one point, but then she dropped it.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for the trades in attack. We had Rage made a load of changes, right?
Oh, Rage made a ton of changes like right out of the gate, which like he had a very disgusting team beforehand. I think I still have the image somewhere.
Well, he dropped a Landorus and a Zarude and a Rabombi, Sliggoo, Tentacruel.
Yes. He dropped like half his team for that, and honestly, I don't know how to feel about it, but like I can see, like I see the vision though. So like
It's fair enough. I think it's still good. Let's see what else there. Olivia made a load of
Iceik
changes,
like the
right?
worst for me personally. I think the worst team on this list, as far as like not worst. I'm not gonna. No way. I already called them out in power rankings. Never mind. Never mind. No more calling outs from Lantern. Okay.
Yeah.
You've all behaved yourselves enough.
Yeah. Let's see.
Olivia's team is very intriguing as well. I believe Olivia also had a lot of changes that she made to her team.
And then she tried to trade a whole team.
And she tried, like, there was a whole.
Let's not get into it.
Bag where she tried to trade her entire team.
Let's not get into it.
Yeah, we're not here to get into all that.
She dropped Proton, done Slowking, Raikou, Overcoil for Harkonine, Grimmsnarl, Shaman, Arbok, and Keldeo. Which is I think it's better changes. I think the issue with the team is there's no good speed other than Talonflame.
No good what?
Speed. I mean, there's treads and T-Plane.
Like I love to secure like the speed game like earlier on in my drafts, but I like to make certain that it is a good Pokemon that I'm getting out of that speed, so I'm actually getting to frequently make use out of that speed tier. Talonflame, in my opinion, it barely even warrants the spot for the speed tier. Like, it's fast, but that's about all it's got going for it. Like,
T-Flame's good.
Sure, but like
SDT
okay, I'm being a bit harsh on Talonflame, I'm gonna be honest. But like, in my opinion, the main reason you're drafting Talonflame should be like the utility. Like, the speed's a bonus, but like it's really hard when that is your fastest Pokemon. And then after that comes like Keldeo, then Iron Treads and Enamorus are just like speed tying, and then the speed tiers do get better from down there. Like, it goes from Enam down to Shaman, down to Park, down to Bax, and then to Arbok, Chimecho. I do not know enough about Chimecho, I'm gonna be honest.
One's okay for 1 point. But I think
I know what the one does, I just don't know its stats.
I think that's really about everything to say about the team real quick. I guess PTK's Landorus has been doing pretty well.
We'll talk about the Landorus later.
Yeah, alright, let's go to speed now. Is there many...
It did add the, I would like to point out the, so the Sylve, I believe, made some major changes.
They dropped Necrozma, Sylveon, Quillfish, Track, and Volcarona. Picked up Uxie, Joculus, Fez.
I've never been more tempted to make a mid-season FA. I wanted Sylveon at the beginning of the draft, so I am very tempted, but I think Florges just fits my team better, unfortunately.
That's fair, that's fair. Is there any other trades? I guess Vastrona did a couple trades that dropped.
Okafan dropped a Hisui and Samurott.
Yeah, why would anyone ever do that?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I do know that they said that it was because they wanted they wanted to use Terra Venusaur or over what they had a Terra Hisui and Lilligant.
Yeah.
They wanted to use Terra Venusaur instead, but with the way the transactions added up, he was 1 point short. But I'm like, at that point, just like get rid of the Wigglytuff, man.
Yeah. Oh, or maybe they didn't have enough slots. I don't know.
No, it doesn't cost FAs to drop a Pokemon.
No, I know, but like maybe they had 9 Mons, including.
Plenty of team spots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
just checking.
Honestly, I would have just dropped the Wigglytuff, but to be fair, we are also probably very different players, I would presume. Axel Raid, also looks like they made some pretty major changes. They made several changes at the very least. I don't know about major. I think they picked up Rotom. I don't think that was drafted, surprisingly enough, before. I should know this one, considering I...
Well, yeah, Rotom Heat isn't as good in Paldex, right?
Oh yeah, they dropped a Jirachi, an Overqwil, a Hitmontop, a Moltres, a Quagsire, a Vullaby, and a Luxray for Milotic, Alolan Muck, Rotom, Cobalion, and Terra Hisuian Braviary.
Yeah, I guess.
It did go some pretty major changes. I am always going to be a Screentail believer. That is the Pokemon. I think that Pokemon can come to like any game and it's going to put in work.
It's definitely matchup. It's not correct.
Even if it's not in the damage department, it's still going to do something. It's going to annoy them with Encore. It's going to Thunder Wave them. It's going to roar them, etc. Or set up screens. Like the only thing that Mon cannot do, and I really wish it could, is I really wish it got like. Hang on, what was the? Is I really wish it got Will-O-Wisp. But yeah, that's just me. I do know that Fury also changed the Terra Cap from Kilowattrel to Urshifu.
Yeah, how did they afford that?
I do not know why they were not Terra Urshifu. To be fair, the Terra Kilowattrel would have screwed me over in week 1. If my Scizor had not landed a timely crit. Well, no, not my Scizor didn't land a crit. He missed Hurricane, but like, it's Hurricane. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh, probably hit it.
Just hit it, like.
Yeah.
Okay, in all seriousness. But what's your favorite team actually on the list? We probably should have been mentioning that. Like,
I don't know. I don't know what my favourite team is on speed. I wonder which one.
Well, aside from your own.
I wonder which team is my favourite on speed.
Aside from my own team, I would say my favorite team. Gotta go to Ventrena.
I like Shandy's team. Shandy's got a cool team.
There's a lot of cool teams. JK's team is also nuts.
Yeah, JK's got a good team.
We'll talk about how that's been doing for him later.
Yeah. Alright, let's quickly wrap up with defense. Was there any trades that were made in defense? Let me just go. Just defense.
I don't think so. I think for the
Ellis made a load.
Let's
see.
Adamu and LS are all out of trades.
LS dropped Vaporeon, Bronzong, Rabombi, Snorlax, and Toadscroll for Torkoal, Walking Wake. Oh, they went like a Sun route. That's interesting.
I also, this is completely unrelated, but as a side note, their most recent game that I watched them play, they had a speed boosting Raging Bolts. So they not only had to give it a special attack lowering nature, they had to give it they had to lower its special attack IVs to get that.
I did that last season.
I thought that was cool.
He's copying me. He's copying my flow.
Oh, and you were saying earlier that Sage was copying that I was copying Sage.
You were. You were copying. I don't know what to tell you.
I literally used it last season.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I have footage. If anyone's watching this, I have footage that I was planning that. I have images that state that I was planning that before I saw the Sage game. Okay.
Yep.
We cool? We cool. Good.
Anyways, Alright, should we move on to standings?
Probably, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna pause real quick. Alright, we're back, and let's talk about these standings real quick, right?
We'll start
Tiger Boost?
We'll start from the top and work our way down to the dungeon or the basement, as they say.
It's the basement. We have Bash on top, still undefeated. That is a good ass record.
I know. 4-0 plus 11 is insane, especially in Psycho Boost. Like, it is so much harder to get, like, bigger sweeps up in the higher divisions in particular, because the players there are skilled enough to where they can usually stop those sweeps before they happen. But if you have a plus 11 differential 4 weeks in, that means you've had some, like, pretty big wins during the season.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you managed to keep it up, props to you, Bash. Clap and a half, as they say.
Well, I think 4 and 11. What's the isn't that high for.
That's about
Is it?
that's about an average of about a 3-0 win
Yeah.
each week. A 3-0 win.
Well, 3 threes and 1 2.
Yeah.
Well, it's still good. Not a. But then we have Kyle in second with 4 on 1 plus 9.
So Kyle has actually apparently cheated and updated his standings numbers already.
My go. So it's Techno. Yeah, those are the only ones I have. Both the mods. Nice. And then in third we have a fan favourite in Sage with 3 and 1 plus 7. Which
I think Sage is like the favorite. I don't
Sage
want to say
invented
that he's the favorite to win
Greninja.
the whole thing, because I don't know but she is certainly the favorite of many to watch at the very least.
Definitely got some interesting battles whenever she plays. Black and 3 and 1 plus 2.
Got Techno down at number 6 with 3 and 2 plus 3 because, again, cheater.
Cheating. Payson at 2 and 2 plus 4.
Him and Abriel are technically tied.
Yeah, Abriel with no team name there should be a team name. I'll have to bug someone to update that.
I just don't think they submitted their team.
No, they did.
Some coaches just didn't.
It did. She did. Miami Delphox 2 and 2 with
Fact Luigi. Now this is kind of sad because Fact was last season's.
Well, no, he's still got time to make playoffs and all that. It's like he's got the highest differential or placement for anyone under the cut right now, which is good.
That's true, and that's
2
true.
wins back to back.
Technically, like if that differential was just up a little bit, he'd be in cut.
Yeah, I mean everyone's still got time. This is early on in the season. We've still got 5 games to play. 4 games to play for these cheaters. Except we have Catch Urine, which once
2
again,
2+1.
both the games I've seen from him are pretty good.
Flying Beagle is the replacement for the recently dropped Panda, and they are, I believe, Flying Beagle hasn't played any games yet, but the record of the team they inherited is
it wasn't great.
2 and 3 -7,
which is fine. I mean, she Lily's good again, so she'll bounce back.
I feel like -7 is like a differential that I rarely see, just as a side note, but unimportant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Saigai next, 1 and 3 plus 5. Once again, still got plenty of time. Dogs Geo.
1 and 3 -7.
That's fine. Once again, if I get a win here, it's like jumping up a couple spaces, right?
Yeah, I don't know about a couple spaces, but it is jumping up.
Well, no, if they'd become 10th.
It depends on by how much they win.
Yeah.
And
actually, they become.
And then got Gorex.
Gorex 1 and 3.
Are you talking about Saigai or Saihai?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Saigai, yeah. We've got Dave and iPanda 0-4. Once again, for everyone to slow down. Plenty of time for the season. We can bounce back.
Need some big wins if they want in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine. Once again, they've got 5 weeks to play.
They need to win out or get some big wins if they want to stay in this playoffs race, I think.
I think some of the people who already have 1 win can drop 1 game still and still be in the playoffs race.
Probably.
Well, no, it just depends on whoever's on top and how many losses.
I mean, there were like 2 or 3 defense coaches last season who did not make playoffs despite having 5 and 4 record.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think they were 5 and 4.
Would have qualified for playoffs.
Yeah. But let's move down to attack with Lime on top, which is always good to see. I'll go.
Yeah, Lime is like Lime is just him. Like, he is, like, every time you see Lime in the standings,
always
near
the top.
He's usually close to the top of the standings. He's easily one of the best players in the division, I would say.
Yeah,
No
it's
offense to any of you other guys. I'm sure you're all very good. Oh, no, you're clearly very good. But I battled against a couple of you. You kicked my butt.
yeah. Well,
Uh, Amira, now,
Mira's
this is an
3-1.
interesting one. And I don't think we expected to see...
No, Amira's good at the game. I expected
Or,
Amira
I
to
don't
be
think
quite high.
I don't know if Amira was very well known before she...
No,
came.
she is. I think you're just talking out your ass.
Okay, to be fair, my league knowledge is actually mostly stuck in WPF, so
Yeah. PTK next.
WPF and like random STL stuff.
Yeah, no, Amira's good at the game, so it's good to see she's doing well here. Next up, PTK, who is
we'll
a
talk
ladder
more
fiend.
about like the
The reason why
we'll
PTK
talk more
is so
about the
high.
insane run that I feel PTK has had later again.
Yeah. Then next up we have Swaggy Boy with 3-1 plus 3, which is I think much better than last season they were in. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think last season they almost relegated it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something like that. Next
I
up,
think them and Twigs both actually just barely missed out on like relegating last season.
maybe, yeah. I don't remember. Next up, Substriker got a game due. Same as MC. I think that game's been played. I think MC won it.
I think it's Twig. I think it's Olivia.
Huh? What?
It might be Olivia.
What?
The Zeb game.
What? Oh, you mean that? Let me check real quick.
Yeah. Oh no, the Olivia is versus Sir Kill.
Yeah, no.
Is...
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I watched that game. So, I'd hope I might. And then next up is Twigs.
I would hope you watched the game. You're a mod. It's your job.
My job's not with Deoxys stuff. Next up is Twigs, who's 2-2.
Kind of caught a stray earlier. I'm sorry about that, Twigs.
The Rage, who is 2-2, so they're making a bit of a comeback, which is good to see.
Yeah, they are, and Rage had like a dominant season last time in speed. 8-1 with like plus 27 differential or something.
Yeah, their only loss was at the end of the season.
I think they had the highest differential in the like every division. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Like VDC divisions.
Mhm.
Because I know VDC divisions got very high last year.
Yeah. Next up is Ace Lord, who we see a return from not playing in ages, and they're doing pretty good. Differential's a little low, but that's all good. Next up is Parik, which.
Parik was the speed finalist last season, and also a mod.
Yep.
But apparently every time he's played, there is some insane amount of hacks involved, according to Shandy, anyways.
Well, no, that's only when Shandy plays him. His home games.
No, apparently when Shandy plays him, it's especially bad. But like Shandy and JK both have said that their games with Parik are like very hacksy.
Maybe, yeah. Next up is Del. We have like 3 people who are, I think they're friends.
Delp?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are in the Moose Gang Goose group, I believe.
I don't know if Ace Sword is, but I know Parik.
I don't think a Sword is, but like I think a Sword is later.
Yeah.
Oh, we never talked about like was there a coach in like Psycho Boost that kind of surprised you for how well they're doing, or are we gonna talk about
that? I'd say probably Sage. I obviously I know Sage is good. But I didn't know how well they did in Psycho Boost, so it's good to see her doing quite high up, and then Zomb as well, I guess. That's all.
I guess. It's Zomb though.
It's Zomb, yeah. Anyone you're interested in?
I mean Sage obviously, but I also am kind of intrigued to see Kyle now that he's ever since he dropped the chicken. Because that's one of like the big thing on the blocks for this WPF season was that Blaziken was made legal to become a Terra captain this season. And so what that means, like for the first time ever, as one of those people who got Blaziken, I do not think that it is very good. But
no, the Mon's not very good.
Delp, who we mentioned earlier, he is desperately trying to find a trade for that Blaziken.
Oh no. What is
because he ran out of FAs.
Oh, right, yeah. No, that's not good. And then they got one left.
Yeah, but there's no like good value for 21 points left on the board.
No, I think they put a Terra on Landorus and just get a different one. I don't know. We'll go back to settings.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Next up is Speed Division, which is our division.
No, we didn't get we didn't
Oh,
finish
oh,
the attack.
whoops.
I interrupted us.
Alright, next up is Olivia, who was the previous Speed Division champion.
Yeah.
She's got one game.
She is the.
It
is kind of sad that she does not seem to be adjusting quite as well to like the higher skill level.
Well, no, it's fine. I think that's a bit. It's
But
a bit
also,
early
she
to
was
say
1
that.
in 3. What?
It's a bit early to say that. Where last
that's fair.
Last
But
season
also,
she started 1 and 3 and she won.
That is true, Olivia. You can do this. You can come back. You're the GOAT. Okay.
Mhm.
You got this.
Then we have Circle, who's recently a married man. Congrats, Circle, for getting married.
Congrats.
You're the first
And,
Pokemon player after Riss to do that. We thought Riss was an outlier.
What about Pokeaim?
He doesn't count. But Circle 1 and 2, they 2 and 2 now I think after playing Olivia.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then McNutt, who is 1 and 3. Once again, plenty of time to bounce back with that. I know he's quite good at the game, so should be fine. 1 and 3 Funny Tail. Pretty sure Funny Tail's been doing pretty well in other places, so I can see a bounce back coming.
Sure Metal was the second season in Speed last season.
Second seed, yeah. I think they got a manual promo, yeah.
And they got auto promo because it's top 2 seeds.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
Finalists.
Yeah. I meant that. So, once again, plenty of times bounce back. It will definitely be closer for Metal, but I'm sure it can do it. Alright, and now I think we're moving to Speed.
Yep.
Alright, first
we
off.
got JK. This man is pulling a rage, I swear. If I had a nickel for every time I'm a previously relegated Speed coach went nearly undefeated in the same division that they were demoted from, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Something like that. And then, I mean, JK is quite good at the game. Quite self-explanatory.
They kicked my ass.
Yeah.
I don't think I have to say forgive the language on here, but
no, I'm British.
But they kicked my butt in like they are very strong. Their team is very strong. Like Great Tusk, Terra Boulder, it's very strong on paper, and like they've made it really work for them in practice. I am impressed because like low kicks, it has apparently come to every game.
Yeah, I mean low kick is a good one. It's slept on for sure.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm realizing we never did coaches that surprised us in attack, but
I guess
we'll get to that later.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, how about we do the coaches that surprised us at the end?
Well, I don't think anything's too surprising in attack. I think most of it makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess maybe the lowers, but it doesn't matter. Speed. Let's go to Speed.
Yeah, we got and then Iceik, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I wonder who that guy is. He's
yeah,
bad.
Fury 3 and 1 plus 9. Pretty good differential. 3 and 1.
And he's a spoiler alert. He just came off of a 6-0. So that man's differential is going to skyrocket.
So I've got to win out my game pretty largely if I want to beat that. Egg Schmidt, 3 and 1 plus 6 with a Terra Hooper on bound, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, that thing is. I'm gonna be honest. I slept on that thing.
Yeah, it's a good mon. I didn't. I know that mon's good. Hamish and 3 and 1.
Yeah, hold up.
What?
You very clearly skipped over someone.
What's up?
You very clearly skipped over someone important.
What's up? Hamish 250.
This Lantern comic guy, he's 3 and 1 with a +2.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, and he's above Hamish in the standings, so very clearly he is the better player. No, in all seriousness, this has been a fun season. I'm surprised and impressed with myself that I was able to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm surprised that I'm not being destroyed at every corner.
Yeah,
like, I fully expected going into week 1 that I was going to lose because I was up against Fury. And, I did not.
Which is cool. Yeah. It's
Alright, now we got Hamish with
Hamish, which has one of my favorite teams in this division. I mean, the Kokavo Spectre has a nightmare to prep into.
yeah, that quack, that duck is a monster.
Mm.
That duck is a monster. Keep it away from any lemonade stands.
Sure.
Sorry. There's more cringy jokes where that came from. Don't you worry.
Fierce Flamethrower, 2 and 1 plus 4. Not doing too bad. And then to wrap off the top 8, we have JT, who's 2 and 2 plus 3. It's quite a
Flamethrower, by the way, just to clarify, they are 3 and 1 plus 7 now, I believe. I think that's how forfeit wins work.
No, it's plus 4. So 3 and 1 plus 4.
3 and 1 plus 8.
Yep. 3 and 1 plus 4.
Yeah, that's technically where they are. So technically, they are in 3rd place right now. Sorry, 4th.
Yeah, something like that. Screwhawk. No, whoops. Pokefan, 2 and 2 plus 2. After
they've been really unlucky. I speak from experience. I was unfortunately had to be the hacker, like the hacks guy with this one, because like the man would have beaten me. He was in position to beat me and sweep me, and then he got confused by a luring voice and he hit himself.
Is a luring voice not 100% to confuse?
No, it has no. It's guaranteed to confuse if they set up.
Yeah.
I hit it as he dragon danced and got the weakness policy up.
Oh right. And then he just hit himself.
And then he hit himself. To be fair, he did use Phantom Force, which gave him 2 chances to hit himself. But
yeah, I mean that's kind of on him, I guess. But I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, they've been really unlucky, but I think they've got a real shot to bounce back. Their team is terrifying. Like Gouging Fire, it's my kryptonite. Personally,
yeah, it's a good one.
Like I always struggle versus that thing. Like it was one of my toughest matchups last season. It was debatably my hardest matchup this season too. In all honesty.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right, Scoothawk next. The last season's defense champion.
Mm-hmm. 2 and 2 plus 2. It's still a fine start. I'm pretty sure he started off quite. I won't say weekly.
I would like it on the record that he may have beaten me in finals, but I'm currently beating him in the standings.
Well,
I'm kidding. That's
I don't know if you played
I'm
yet.
not trying to be malicious or anything. That's just me.
Petrona, 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure.
That's just me coping because I'm upset that losing in finals counts way more than being above standings. Honestly.
Mm. Next up, we have Vetrona, who's
who's 1 and 3 minus 6.
Oh, did they lose that? Oh.
Yeah, forfeit. They were.
Oh yeah. Yeah, fair enough. So I mean, still got time to bounce back, right?
Yeah, they have plenty of time to.
And the differential's not too bad, so I mean, just a couple high diff wins.
Yeah.
Some good position. Now we have Axelraid, who's I wouldn't say a fan favorite, but I don't know, but a lot of people hyping him up, and he's still got plenty of time, right?
I personally don't know him, but I'm not very well integrated in the draft community, so.
I think in fantasy he was one of the more drafted coaches.
I think the most drafted was some guy. I don't know him, but the rumors say he's in this call, but
yeah, it's me.
I can neither confirm nor deny them.
Well, we were tied, I'm pretty sure, me and Axelraid. I don't know what it is right now, because I haven't checked recently. But it's fine. He'll bounce back, I'm sure, if he's good. And then after that we have Sylph, the fellow moderator, who's 1 and 3 plus or minus 6.
They've had some rough games. Again, they didn't. I think they were struggling to figure out their team for a while, and it's just never clicked for them, which is why they made the transactions that they did. They felt like every matchup was bad for them up to that point. And to be fair, they have, and they've also had some pretty horrible luck too. I did not miss Hydro Pump when I played them. I never do, but in this instance in particular, I did not miss it.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Daniel's well, yeah, as I
1
say,
and 3 minus
that's
9.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely can bounce back because he still has 1 win.
Yeah, couple wins gets you there.
Yeah. When
So-
we get down to Shandy, though,
No, he's
that's
still got a
where
chance.
things start getting a little rough.
Well, no, if these two win out, they have a good chance of making playoffs. We'll see.
Potato Z would have to score some big wins because, like, they are minus 16.
It's fine. They've still got time, right? No one's locked out of playoffs yet.
I'm trying to make this sound more dramatic. You are ruining this.
Yeah, but you're being rude because these are actual people, and it's kind of rude to say. But I digress.
Fine. I apologize to the people.
But
No, okay, for real, that didn't sound very sincere. I am sorry if it sounds like that I'm shitting on you or anything with my judgment. I'm trying to make things more dramatic, so it's so cool when you guys do somehow come back. And I have no doubt there are many of you will come back. But trying to make it sound more dramatic, you know? Or at least that's what I tell myself.
all right, let's move on to defense division with Faye.
Down in the dungeon, Faye has had a absolute banger of a season.
Pretty good so far. Plus 17, which is the highest differential.
Yeah, plus 17 in 4 weeks.
That
is insane. That is a 4-0 at the very least every week. Eek. And then a 5-0 somewhere in there.
Yeah. It's
like that is insane. I think Rage was the only one who had even close to that high of a different. Actually, Rage had higher, but like way higher. But like, you do not see this high of a differential very often, especially like this early in the season as well.
Yeah.
I'd like to call out the fact that there are 3 undefeated teams currently in defense.
Yeah, it's definitely a very strong defense season for sure.
Because like you got it. There are 3 undefeated coaches. Fun fact. Avocado and Fernank are playing each other this week.
Oh.
So only 2 are left standing. That's gonna be a hype game.
Yeah, for sure. And then we've got Tark at.
Yeah, we're skipping over the other 3 because like they're all undefeated at this point. We're just trying to.
It's hard to find what to say because I mean they're all similar in positioning.
Like
They've all had good seasons.
I personally do not think that Fernank should have been put into defense after winning Little Cup last season.
Well, Little Cup and base are like completely different things, right? Like, there's people, I won't say names, who are really
I know, but
good.
like the battle skills themselves, they still transfer over
Not
for the most part.
really. They're much different because the calcs are different. The prepping is different.
True, but like the skills that you display when in the battle are like the same for the most part.
Sure.
Like the skills you are using in particular. You're just using a lot less EVLIs.
Well, no, it's whatever. They're like completely different things, and there's minimal things that transfer.
Team building is different, but like the battling skill itself can like carry over pretty significantly, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on to Tark.
With Tark,
3-1 plus
3-1 plus 8. He was doing quite well in last defense division as well, so it's good to see him doing quite well in this one.
Yeah, he's got a very interesting team as well.
Mm.
He's got like a powerful rain team with Palafin, Arcalodon, Zapdos. It's a very hard rain team in my opinion. Like I don't feel like there's a whole lot of options that like really want to be outside of rain. But I covered all that in PRs.
Yeah. Next up is Not a Dog for 1 plus 8, so tied with Dark. So it's been cool seeing how Not a Dog's been playing.
Yeah, he's been playing nuts. Like I there have been a couple battles I think I've seen from him where I have been like, I don't think Roaring Mid is actually quite as mid.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
But it's supposed to be Roaring Mid.
Well, yeah, because, well, I'm pretty sure Not a Dog's 1 loss was also to one of the top 3 as well. Let me double check.
Yeah, defense is very stacked this season. I do not think I could have made finals in this defense.
Check, Not a Dog.
Because, like, most of the coaches that I beat...
And no, it wasn't. It was 2 buff cap. Still.
Are, not doing so hot this season.
Well, once again, they probably... I mean...
except for the ones that promoted.
Yeah.
But, like, most of the guys that, like, I played... that were in there last season. Terminal, Fedora, a Faulty, Ian Tark.
I mean, Turk's doing fine.
I do not think that I could have come as close as I did to winning the division if the defense division is stacked as this.
Well, you never know.
And I guess, and hopefully we never will know, because I do not want to go back down to the dungeon.
You've still got time.
Don't you encourage that.
You could go on a pretty big loss streak.
I'd rather not. That would be so depressing.
3 and 6 won't make playoffs. Anyway, next coach Adamu, 3-1+2. They went from 1 loss to 3 wins in a row. Got quite a hot streak building up.
Yeah.
And
oh wait, no. Adamu was the team that was making me think Roaring Moon was no longer Roaring Mid. It wasn't not a doc.
Oh right. Well,
I can English, guys. I can English better than the English themselves.
some move was strong. I'm pretty sure this is one of their first draft leagues. I can't remember, but they're doing pretty good if that is the case. Buffcat.
Yeah, they got a crazy team.
Right.
I do not think I have seen a crazy... Like, all the teams in defense are crazy. I'm like, how do you let so many people get all this broken stuff? Like, almost every team on there looks broken. And I feel like the ones that are not, like, outright broken, that are just decent, are kind of suffering here.
Yeah, I guess.
And like a Fairies team in particular, we'll see later on.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but
it's fine.
Like, their team is good, but I don't think it's great. I think that is like
they got time to improve. I'm pretty sure they've got a mentor as well.
Oh yeah, they have plenty of time, and like honestly, I just want to see a Fairy do well after her being the subject of some minor ridicule after the Zacian incidents.
The Zacian incident was very funny. That was great.
Yeah, but Fairy has said that they do not really wish to be remembered by that if they can help it.
Oh, right.
Rather, like they said, I asked that in a AMA thing.
All right. Well, fair enough. Next up, I think we are Buffcat, right? 2-2 with 2 wins, 2 losses, back to back.
We skipped over Samuel.
No, we talked about Samuel. No. Samuel, I said, pretty sure this is the first draft league, and 2-2 is pretty good for a start.
Yeah, I think that was my start, actually.
So, Buffcat, also 2-2. Not too bad.
Not too bad indeed.
Yeah. Then we have Terminal, who was...
Yeah, Terminal was a big player in last...
yeah, he was quite...
I believe, last season.
Yeah, he was he had the first seed for at one point he had the first seed.
That's fair.
Pretty sure towards the end, but then I think I won my game, whatever, it doesn't matter. After that
I was first seed going into week 8. No, going into week 9.
Oh no, I know it probably wasn't, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh, right, in week 7 probably, actually, yeah, because I know like everyone who was at the top of the standings in defense suddenly folded in week 7.
And we have LS in 1-3, coming off a strong win, but they've still got plenty of time. They made some changes in the team, so
or just to just turn around the season. Like, you've seen it. We saw it in Olivia last season.
Yeah.
And we saw it in Scoothawk last season actually as well in defense. Like,
yeah.
they also.
I'm pretty sure all finalists.
I think they went from 1-3 and back-to-back 6-0s to winning the entire division. So, like, honestly, I think any of these people in defense will have a still have a pretty good shot.
Yeah, right. Like, all of these teams are 1-3. They've got plenty of time. I mean, Fairy has to, if they pick up wins, obviously, with Hasta being -4, they've got to put a bit more effort in than all these other teams, but the bottom is pretty close together, and then the top is decently close together as well.
Yeah, I will say, I do hope that we get to see Faulty move higher. That's like
Yeah.
the coach I think that surprised me the most is just the sheer it's not like the coach specifically, but like the sheer difference in like the power level of defense last season versus this season. Like I feel like last season's defense was a lot more it didn't feel quite this competitive until like the last week of the season or so when it was literally everyone fighting for a playoff spot. Now it feels like there's a fight for a playoff spot happening like literally every battle. Just because like not everyone can make it, which is the sad truth. And like trust me, if I could, I'd just ignore all these rules and say you all get to make playoffs. But sadly, we cannot do that.
Right. Okay. Should we move on to the kill leaders?
We're talking about like speed coaches though, with the
It's okay.
were there any speed coaches actually that surprised you?
JK, I think, going 4-0 after that. They didn't do too well last season, I don't think. I think they just barely missed a demotion.
I think they were just shy of relegating, actually.
Yeah. So seeing them go 4-0 is great to see. My go, JK. I think
I'm realizing what this means is that there is a pretty consistent. What I'm starting to notice this, and I don't know if this is just like this is a thing that's happened this season because it's only my second WPF season. But what seems to me is what's happening is when there's like a mass promotion, like from defense to speed, there were 4 different people who got promoted. I think the power level of a lot of the speed coaches, like I think the overall skill level of speed has declined a little bit, I think.
I don't know, because there's the past speed coaches like
Or it could just be like a lot of teams are different. Like I know JK expressed that they had some issues working with their team last season.
Yeah, I think the power level's still about the same in speed. Like, the people who were about the bottom, it's only JK who's really a big difference since last season, and I guess maybe Shandy's a bit lower than they normally are.
Yeah. Also, I would like to point out as well, Sil had like this exact same record back in defense. So like I'm pretty sure if anyone can pull this back on speed, it's gonna be Sylv. And I'm pretty sure Shandy also has a decent shot too.
Yeah.
Assuming he doesn't get too depressed, which I know is a thing that has been and like to
yeah, well.
Basically, assuming he starts well, no, I don't want to say starts putting in work because he clearly already puts in a ton of work into this. But like, I'm pretty sure like any of these guys. I don't know much about Potato, so I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure that most of these other guys could definitely pull back.
Yeah, for sure. All right, should we move on to the kill leaders?
All right.
All right, and
the kill leaders.
Yeah, we have.
First thing I want to talk about. I do not care about order. The first thing I want to talk about, I think Landers Incarnate is beating the fraud allegations this season. I think.
It's only doing well in one division, right?
No, it's doing pretty well in like.
Two.
Both of the top divs actually.
Yeah, this one's Terra though.
It's Landers Incarnate was on the fraud watch. Like, it's allowed to be excited by its success.
Sure. I think seeing Caldero at top. I think Caldero was also quite high up in. Was it speed last division? I don't know. It was quite high up.
It's very high up this season.
Yeah.
Like, I do not know what Zom is doing. I don't know what he is feeding I don't know what he is feeding that pony boy, but some kind of performance enhancing steroids, I guess. I don't know, but
It's doing pretty well. But
yeah,
what?
The Keldio's basic. The Keldeo is doing better than. Latios is one that I want to call out as it's been doing really well across like every division. With I think its worst showing being in I think defense. No, its best showing is in defense. What am I kidding?
It's in
its
attack.
Worst showing is in attack actually.
Where it's at 13, which isn't
yeah.
the thing. I think the only surprising thing in Psycho Boost, well, maybe not the order, but is the Zapdos being higher up.
I mean, I guess Peyton's just landed his Hurricanes.
Yeah, I mean, I think this 10 makes sense.
Get kill.
The Namorth being at 10 makes sense. I'd probably expect it to be a bit higher, but it's good at 10.
I think the only Pokemon that I'm like really surprised about, we've touched on it quite a bit actually already in this stream. Terra Blaziken is like nowhere.
Yeah,
like,
I mean it's been dropped in here, so let me see where it is.
It is nowhere high on the kill leaderboards.
It's
Terra Blaziken. Like, let's take a look at attack since that's the highest division where it is drafted in. Because yes, as we mentioned earlier, Kyle dropped it. Let's see, Terra Blaziken. In attack, it is 3 and 4 minus 1. A Barraskewda. Sorry, no, a Bronzong has more kills than a Terra Blaziken.
Yeah.
Just to put that in perspective. And then, if you look down into like speed as well, there's a Melodic with as many kills as my Blaziken.
Yeah.
There's a Florges with more kills than my Blaziken.
And
it's my Florges, to be fair, but
yeah, you're just talking about your own ones.
No. I'm just talking about mons that are like stronger, that are like more kills. Alolan Ninetales has more kills than my Blaziken. Like, come on. It's not even supposed to deal damage. It's supposed to be a screens mon. Like, come on.
Yeah. Well, that's just how it is in some seasons. We see Oakapon Teal doing quite well in attack, which is good to see. That mon's quite good. Deoxys also doing good.
Especially since I don't think this one's Terra.
No, it is Terra.
Wait, Oakapon Teal.
Yeah.
No, it says terminals. Oh, you're looking at
attack.
Wellspring, I think.
Attack.
Oh, attack. Oh, I thought you were
Lime. Lime is in attack.
I didn't hear you say lime. I just heard you say defense. My bad. But yeah, this lean, mean, lime green machine is murdering everybody.
Yeah.
And no, I will not apologize for the alliteration. Alliteration, fine.
Sneasler's doing good. How's Sneasler doing in here?
I think Sneasler did a little better last season, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, probably. Where's it in Psycho Boost?
I don't even think it's very high, if I remember correctly.
Let's see, Sneasler. It's at 34. That's decent.
Not horrible.
Yeah. It's doing good.
I wanted that thing. I would have drafted it too if Daniel hadn't grabbed it second overall.
Oh, yeah, of course. Where were you in the draft order? You were...
6.
Yeah, it wasn't lasting to you.
It lasted to round... It lasted to like round 2 in defense, okay? There was a good shot.
No, it went first in defense, second in...
It did not go first overall in defense.
Yes, it did.
It did not. First overall in defense was Aaron last season. Oh, you're talking like... I was talking last season.
Alright.
I was talking about how last season Sneasler went like round 2.
Right.
But I guess people are considering it broken now, so I guess it's fair. Side note, I get it, but like also... I don't know if Sneasler is really any more broken than like half the other Terramons on this list, I'm gonna be honest.
No, it definitely is. It is busted. It's just like impossible to prep for if you don't have X, Y, and Z.
I guess I just always have the tools then. To be fair, actually, I think I haven't faced a Terra Sneasler yet, actually, thinking on it.
Yeah, you haven't.
Because, like, I didn't face Rocker in, I didn't face Rocker last season in defense, and like at all.
Mm.
And I don't think I faced it in SDL either.
Mm.
And that is like the high tier Terra leagues I have been in. So I have never faced it.
Mm.
Questions are, and I don't play Daniel this season either. So there is a good shot I continue my streak of dodging the Sneasler.
Yeah. Alright.
Which is a good thing, because in life, you are either the Sneasler or you get sneezled. And I do not want to get sneezled personally.
Sure. Let's move on to speed with Quavel, and Enamorous tied for first. So it's I'm surprised Quavel's only been brought to 3 games before.
Yeah. But again, and that duck is so strong, keep that thing away from the lemonade stands.
Sure. Ashra in third with 8 and 2, so it's not much of a worse differential. Hooper Unbound is probably.
I'm pretty sure Yorshifu got a fair few of those kills before it could Terra. Because like, I think the Terra thing is only a recent addition.
Yeah. Hooper Unbound being fourth is quite interesting. That one is being stepped on, so it's cool to see Egg doing quite well with it.
Cool indeed.
We have Latias being 7 and 2 from that. Chiyu, Iron Boulder from JK, who is 7 and 2 right now in 4 games. So it's a slight drop off from where it was at the start of the season, but still doing well.
I will say, one thing that I like about JK's with Iron Boulder in particular, and one thing this is kind of taught the whole experience with using a lot of these Paradox Pokemon. I don't actually. It's becoming clearer and clearer that Booster Energy isn't always like the best item for the most part.
Yeah.
Since the stat boost is only there once, and most of the time you want like a more consistently useful item. Like JK destroyed me with a Scarf Boulder, so like.
Yeah.
Or when most of the time, most people would just run Terra Speed because. Sorry, Booster Speed, not Terra Speed. But because they'd run Booster Speed because that they thought SD Endgame Sweeper. No, this thing can be a decent like breaker throughout the game too if you just give it like a Scarf or a Choice Band or something.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like people are very underutilizing that mon. Same way I feel about Glamora, honestly.
No, Gamora's been used fine.
I just feel like most people are using a glorified Hazard Bot, and I don't like that.
Sure. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else interesting. Maybe the low kicks being high.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's normal.
No, sir. This is the Nebby/Iceik. This is the second time you skipped over Lantern in class.
Well, yeah, it's normal to see a Greninja high up. I'm just looking for things that are interesting that's high up.
I mean, that's fair. Greninja is, like, supposed to be high. I think this is also the second time that Greninja is my kill leader. I think it was my overall kill leader last season, too.
Sure. We got Lokix quite high up.
Yeah, Lokix actually, this high up is interesting.
Kamaro's doing quite well, even though it's died 4 times. It's got 5 kills. Florges.
Komo is... I like Komo. Like, honestly, if I ever go, like, set up Terra Captain again, that is the one that I am most interested in personally after Quaquavel. But just because, like, I want to try it.
Yeah.
But Komo is one of those Pokemon where it's like, if you get the setup off, you're probably in a good position to win.
It depends on your opponent's team, right?
If you set it off at the right time, anyway.
Yeah. I think we can pivot to defense now and talk about that. We have Latias in the top with 11 and 0.
11 kills.
Yeah, 0 deaths as well.
Which
pretty
is
good.
Insane.
Oh, it's not insane. It's like less than 2 of all the Landers. But it's doing good.
Oh yeah. Mence is also doing really well for itself, despite Fedora's record, which is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if nothing else, you're keeping your losses close, and you are getting a lot of kills for your mods.
Yeah. For sure.
Which is something that is underrated really, really sometimes.
One's got...
Iron Hands from Fernank.
Yeah, that one's good.
Like, I usually find that thing is going to trade 1-for-1 every time it comes in.
No, it can do so much more than just
Oftentimes
1 for 1.
1-for-3.
No, that one's good. That one's good.
And like, this has only died once. Like,
yeah. I mean, Fernank is undefeated.
It to have died more, but it hasn't.
It's because of good plays.
Wyvern being top 8.
Well, it's Terra, to be
fair.
fair.
On your toes.
Yeah, a bit. We've got the Iron Border quite high up. And then we got Sneasler in 7th. But then we got the Wyvern here, which is doing quite well. 6-0, so it's not been killed yet.
And it's brought, so that means it's been brought to every game that has been.
No, it's been dropped. It hasn't came to one game. It didn't come to the game that he lost, I'm guessing.
The one game it didn't come, he lost. Sounds like you need to bring Wyvern more.
Something like that. And then we got the Enamorous here from Laos. So it's cool to see a top 10 Enamorous. And I think that's about everything that's interesting to talk about. I guess other than that, we got the Basque Legion.
MVP race, yeah.
Yeah, Basque Legion quite high up. Iron Valiant quite low.
I mean, Iron Valiant is one of those Pokemon where, like, it's going to be like. Iron Valiant is a little lower, but like it's the big. The thing is, in my opinion, the Pokemon that are most likely going to be getting the most kills and putting in the most work, more often than not, they tend to not be the high tier Pokemon that you've drafted to like force prep, because like they prep for the opponent is likely to prep for those high tier Pokemon, so they are less likely to get all of the kills.
Yeah.
It's generally like the mid tier Pokemon and the Terra Captains that tend to have the most kills.
I mean, that's not exactly true, right? Like, my Enamorous, Quaquaval, Urshifu.
I said and the Terra Captains.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Kodia, Landorus.
Tinkaton at number 13.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, good answer.
Faulty would be happy.
Yeah.
Unless the Tinkaton beat him up.
I think it may have. There we go, Tinkaton there, 13. Polt just under, I think this is like the best Polt.
Venomoth at 16.
Oh, not even Terra. Shit.
Well, the part that gets me is it's not even Terra.
I mean, Venomoth's an alright man in draft. Especially on such like a team like a rain team.
Yeah.
Where everything else is weakened and then the Venomoth just breaks in, yeah. Makes sense. Alright, I think we can pause there for now, alright? I think we're done with the MVPs. Alright, and here we are with the replays. We are going to make sure OBS is sorted in there. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna start. This is Kyle versus Techno. Techno with the trades.
Never mind.
What's that?
It says the stream is paused.
Oh, okay. Let me
Minimize the OBS thing.
Yeah, I know, I've just not got enough monitors to...
Gotcha.
You don't need to see the OBS, it's fine.
Yeah, actually, I can probably just watch along.
Yeah.
So, excuse this little hiccup.
Actually, you do need to see the OBS, don't you?
I don't know that I need to.
Let me go... Can you see it now? I'm gonna guess you can't.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool.
I can see it now, yeah.
Alright. Alright, so we have Cardian Treads. No, Shocks. Technology and Treads.
So...
The Rocks
yeah, Amola was a pretty safe switch in there unless it was carrying Slam.
Oh, still it's fine switching. Then...
Oh, the weak armor Mandy is kind of heat though. And this was like week 1, so before Kyle dropped his Blaziken. Before he dropped the chicken.
Yeah.
Better see it. Never mind. I was about to make a bad joke.
Let me turn this down. Like,
So the
slow.
fun fact about this is I'm pretty sure Mandibuzz and Blaziken have a speed tie. Like I'm pretty sure.
So wait for.
Like I'm pretty sure Blaziken and Mandibuzz have like the same speed tier.
They do. Misty Terrain Wheezing. That's pretty good. And then eject pack
And very
into
intriguing.
bundle.
Eject button. I acted as if I did not watch this battle looking for Heat of the Week.
Yeah, well, I don't remember what the Misty Surge was for. I guess for Iron Moth T Spike?
Maybe the Blaziken and Acrobatics or something?
Maybe. Or did it show us Iceik already?
No, wait, it showed lefties, didn't it?
Life Orb.
Life Orb, okay.
It's probably just so the ally doesn't get toxic.
Dreads, maybe you could do something, but I don't think so otherwise. Yeah, no, you're just, Dedge. No, you're not Dedge, that's another little Momola. It's not killing you.
No, of course not.
It's killing your sanity, but it's not killing you. Mostly.
And Yuxi's a pretty free switch there into Earthbound.
Yeah. Yeah. I say a U-turn here?
No, Future Sight.
Now you probably U-turn. Because like, you don't want... Or you just knock... That's also fine. Actually, yeah, that is a good knock. Like, had it showed screens yet?
I don't know if it had. Probably not though. No, it had.
But, okay, then yeah, knockoff was no, actually, yeah, knockoff was probably still the right play every day of the week. I'm just probably being me. Toxic. That's a big toxic.
Yeah,
it's not a big
and
toxic.
Then arrest.
It was a big toxic. Then it was no longer big. In comes the Sandy Shocks.
Yeah, Future Sight takes
Sandy
out
Shocks.
Shocks.
I think that's the second Future Sight kill we've had this game.
No, Blaziken died to rocks. And Chaz gets blown up by Specs bundle.
Yeah, that is very clearly Specs. There's no other world.
Yeah, fast Snorlax.
The nice thing about that was that no Sledge Wave poison.
Well, yeah, it's 10%. You'd hope not.
No, but like Misty Terrain meant that was not gonna happen in the first place.
Well, yeah, sure.
Lefties are gone.
How comes the curse?
Oh.
And the Encore.
Encore. Yuki's
finally knocks off the AV. Yeah.
And this is like so good for Techno.
Yeah, removing the AV so Iron Moth can break a bit better.
Yeah. That Snorlax is like, I think the last major wall for the Iron Moth to come in.
Well no, the Urshifu comes in now.
Or the Urshifu.
And just SDs.
Oh. That is scary.
Yeah, sure.
That is a scary thing to face.
SDs again.
I think that might be a bit greedy.
Well, if it's got Drain Punch, it's probably fine.
I don't know about that, because it's the own Future Sight thing. Like, you died a bundle now.
Yeah. That forces bundles.
Unless you have Aqua Jet.
Yeah. He did. And then Drain Punch one-shots the ally. And it's just
And
GG
that's
from
game,
that point.
I think.
Yep.
Like, you just gotta surge the geezing.
Uh-huh.
Surge, ye old geezer!
Yeah, and then on to the next game. Which is...
Pretty sure it's Olivia versus Lime, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, so this still says Techno versus Kyle.
It does. One sec. Let me change that. Alright, and starting with a Kilortro and a Baxcalibur lead.
Ooh, SD. SD right off the bat is scary.
Hmm.
Oh, and it doesn't even claim the... Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's a rough spot.
Yeah.
And then you take Chip on the treads to...
Oh, I'm going into Tusk.
I don't know if rocks are gonna really...
Yeah,
Again,
free spin.
You don't got a ghost type, so Tusk always spins there. This was heat.
Yeah, Jetpack's good.
And then, like, E-Speed, I think, is what comes out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly doesn't pick anything up. And Overheat into... Was this a Jetpack as well? Well, no, it was Life Orb.
I love the overheat tech, personally.
Yeah.
Because I think it is... Jirachi is interesting. Because, like, don't you just... die?
Well, they probably thought they could win with this. Or like get close in this position.
Line is a little bit behind, but I think the momentum is still...
No, they're not. I wouldn't say they're behind.
Olivia... Yeah, Olivia's now behind. But, like, I think the momentum was more in... Oh, gosh. Oh, hang on. That might have swung some momentum back in Olivia's favor.
No, I still think it's in Lime's.
Well, he did lose a Pokemon, so it does automatically kind of go back to him.
Yeah.
This is just a back and forth slugfest.
Mm. Ooh.
I was
Fifth
very
iteration
surprised
third.
when Enamorous slipped that, but I was also very surprised when Gouging was faster. That is either a very bulky Enam or a Scarf Gouging.
Ooh, Feather Dance.
Feather Dance Talonflame
It's a
is
pretty good tech.
nuts, and I love it.
Ooh.
Oh, but not the taunt. Oh, that I will say, if that was competitive, Kilowattrel, that probably won the game on the spot.
Well, it still wins the game.
On the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
GG's from Olivia versus
Some really
Lime.
cool text all around, honestly.
Yep. Next up we have
Shandy versus some...
Iceik. Alright, and we start off with Conqueror versus Cinderace lead.
Conquer versus the Cinderace, and then very smart U-turn.
Mm-hmm.
Turn into the Petra Run, which that thing is busted.
Well, I can kind of talk about my thought process through this. I saw that there was no Landorus, so I thought, oh, this is like my best thing to get knocked. So I just let that happen, and I had Foul Play, which is I think my best way to hit the conk.
It would have been like Hex.
Or
You had it.
I don't think I did. No. And then
I would have just Hydroed, but I get it.
no, I wanted to get in Hydro because they had no switch-ins to a jump kick at that point.
Now the Agility Metagross was
It
very
was
scary
it was interesting.
until it revealed it was special.
Yeah, if I clicked Pain Split there, it would have been real bad for him.
Now I think here is where he revealed the that,
Yeah,
which was very cool, but it didn't work unfortunately.
yeah. I mean, it just made me have to sack my Arachnid, and then I could just go into Cinderace and click High Jump Kick with 3, which is good.
And then it lived.
And then it
And
died
it
to
didn't.
burn from that. And then I just sacked off Haito there because it's not the safest thing, I think. And then at that point, he had no
And then, unlike a
great
lot of
switch-ins.
Enamorous we've seen previously, you seem to love Terra Fairy.
Oh yeah, because it hits like a truck. And I went into my
Now,
bonus
you
one
better
there.
hope this is a Shandy better. Yep, that's a Shuka berry. Yep, good
It was
pass.
Shooker, but then it didn't kill. But then my
But then
mammoth one
neither
didn't
does
kill.
that kill.
Then I went into
Probably
Rhythm
Thunderclap.
Wash, and I missed the wisp.
Prob-
And I hit the wisp that time.
I mean, to be fair, you put him in a position where he did kind of have to Thunderclap.
Well, no, he could have clicked a different move and
It was a mind game.
outsped. Or
But
he
at this
wouldn't
point,
have
he has nothing that can break through Petra runs.
outsped. Yeah, just parting shot. And then he has nothing that switches into Enamorous, and he loses to Enamorous
Then you
in
die.
the spot. Yep. And that is 2-0. Alright, and now we've got our last game of the day, which is Defense Division. Let me just pause and change the name. Finally, we have Not a Doc versus Brightwing. With Landorus and Zorud lead. It's a hit one top, which gets pivoted on.
Necrozma is in a very threatening position, especially right now.
But they switch. I
But
guess
it
I didn't have the
switches.
X-Scissor.
I'm guessing he's fearing a Scarf Zarud.
Maybe. I mean, still.
He's playing it like it's Scarfed or something.
Yeah, but
Scarf or Sash?
Necrozma definitely takes the Scarf knockoff. So, probably just didn't have much for Zarud. And crit cudgel. And crit Stone Edge. This is the most Hitmontop has ever done in a match.
Not the Shen Pao clip.
And they're
Now
competitive.
that was very risky play in my opinion.
Yeah, they. But Landorus doesn't get much. I guess it is offensive, so it does do quite a lot of mono tech. But if it was Fizz F with competitive,
Yeah, that would have been bad. But also, you get to click the big delete button, the big red button.
It was a good
Also, the
switch.
fact that you would call the close combat,
Well, it was kind of obvious, in my opinion.
like over knock, I feel like knockoff was also kind of free.
No, I don't think Noven died at that range.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a Scarf. And that is a weakness policy, Necrozma.
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
but they didn't have coverage for Zarud for some reason.
That is unfortunate, as the kids say. And then, the nice prediction from Nadadoc. Like, side-stalking as a root is brave.
Yeah, I would have switched out if I was Brightwing there. I guess that's why they slash shot, because they're Terra poison.
Doesn't Val just, like, clean?
Well, it doesn't kill gouging fire. Yeah, gouging fire just win. No, they've got an aloe actually, don't they?
Yeah. Gouging cannot break
Or
past
cool,
this
this was
Lola without
Whirlpool.
many Dragon Dances.
Yeah.
Now, if I remember correctly, they had another tech. They had
Chilling
Chilling Water
yeah.
Whirlpool. Which was really effective.
Yeah, the gouging could never do enough.
I don't think the gouging ever had a shot.
Yep.
As long as this aloe is still alive.
And then...
Alright. Can Hitmontop beat the fraud allegations?
Nope.
No, it cannot. He just wants to spin.
No, he gives the kill to Nightbat. So Bullet Punch does 12. And that is it for the replays. And I think that's where we wrap up for today, right?
I believe so. Thank
Yep.
you all so much for watching this.
Yep, thank you
If
for
you did
watching.
enjoy, for all of you on YouTube, remember to leave a like and subscribe. This is just standard YouTube stuff. And we will see you all next time, whenever that may be.
Goodbye.
Lantern Commander of Sector 2814 signing off. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.